Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? This is Mr. Cheers, aka Christian, aka Chris, aka your English teacher, coming at you live from a bedroom, all that good stuff. You know how it goes. Another day of on distant learning. Before we get started, I did want to hit you up with just a quick get it up song. Up 800-degree team eat chefs cause she's a trained one. She's so bougie, home never tea. I'm a savage, attitude nasty. Talk big, but my bank account match it. Hood, but I'm classy. Rich, but I'm ratchet. Haters kept my name in their mouth, not a gagging. Bougie. He say the way that thing move. So, what is my point of showing you this video? You're like, Mr. Cheers, hold on. I want to make sure you can see me. Yeah, here I go, full screen. This is the purpose of me showing this video. You need to get savage in this homework. So if you know this song and you listen to this song, you know this verses, I need you to be that enthusiastic about this homework I'm about to hit on. Not this homework, but this work, this lessons I'm about to hit upside your head right now. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all know I love you, but you know I'm a fool too. So with that being said, let's get right into this work. I'm so happy to see y'all. Happy Tuesday, all that good stuff. Oh, happy Cinco de Mayo. Yes, Independence Day. All right, let's get into it. Let me see. Let me get out this screen. Let me close this. All right, today is really pretty straightforward. If you notice, I've been trying to just get everything more streamlined and make sure all your information that you need to complete your lesson is here. So the very first thing you need to do is lesson materials for today. The first thing you should do is be watching this video. This video is very imperative. It helps you navigate the work, and it's a way for us to connect. So make sure you watch the video. Next thing, watch the scene first. It's attached here. The scene is attached. Hold on, let me move down. I don't know if I can get it. Let's see. Bear with me, good people. So you have two attachments. You have Antigone's opening scene, and you also have, if I could get it to open all the way for me. Let's see. I feel this will do it. Yep. And you also have Antigone, the opening scene, the reading, and you also have Antigone, the YouTube video. First thing I want you to do is I want you to watch the video. And then after you watch the video, then I want you to go on and read the scene of Antigone. And then once you do those two things, you're going to complete this analysis opening scene. And I'm going to open that up now and just show you the expectations of what you should do to complete it. And this is already here, right here. All right, we're going to go through this. The first thing you're going to do, if you have not, right, but you should have, first I want to make sure that you actually watch the video that's attached to the reading. With this being a play, I think it's very important that you see it acted out so you can really understand and grasp what's going on. And there's just so much you can get from actually reading it. You actually need to see it acted out. So after you watch this video, what can you tell me about Antigone's character? What's one thing you can tell me about Isamine's character? After you do that, and then one thing I want to remind you, watching this video is not again going to take the place of actually doing the reading. Because if you notice in the rest of the worksheet, I'm actually asking you to call upon text evidence and describe that text evidence. So please, please, I beg you, do not just watch this video and try to do this graphic organizer, because it will be extremely difficult and you won't get all the points that you deserve. All right, so let's go down. The next thing you should do, if you have not read yet, I have included the reading link right here, so please take this time to open the link and read it. After you get done reading the opening scene between Antigone and Isamine, as you read, focus on the dramatic, emotional nature of the dialogue and the characterization of both young ladies. The action of the play begins immediately with a conflict between Antigone and Isamine. In each part of the graphic organizer, you're going to identify textual evidence to support a character sketch for Antigone and Isamine.
So I did an exemplar for you, but I did it based on Okonkwo's character. The reason why I picked Okonkwo is because it's somebody. Excuse me. You might hear my baby in the background closing the door, right? You might. The reason why I chose Antigone, the reason why I chose Okonkwo is because it's a character we're familiar with. So I'm gonna do an exemplar based on Okonkwo, and you're gonna do the same thing to the characters of Antigone and Izamine. First, Okonkwo is a character from Things Fall Apart. He's a wealthy and fearless Igbo warrior of Yumfia in the late 1800s. So I have a picture of him, and then basically I filled out this chart on how you're going to fill out your characterization chart for the two characters from the text you're reading today. First, you're going to find the thing about characterization is you want to focus. I'm going to have you focus on these 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. The first thing you want to focus on is the character speech. So I found a quote about the character speech. I said the character says this, "Answer me," roared Okonkwo. Then in this box, I asked myself, what does this demonstrate? And I said, this quote demonstrates how you can characterize Okonkwo as angry. And I put page 151. Actually, you could put your reference here. And then right here, just explain it. And then again, I do it again for draw. I said, Okonkwo and his wife followed at a respectful distance. They thought the priestess might be going to her house. So again, I go into the text, I find text that supports the character's thought, and then I analyze it by saying, what does this demonstrate? I say this quote demonstrates that Okonkwo is a risk taker by breaking the rules of the priestess. Perfect. Then I go on to this next category, the effect of the effect the characters have on other characters. So I'm going through my book, and one effect I know is Okonkwo's like really violent anger towards several of the characters, especially in terms of his relationships with his wives. I actually was able to get this first, so it's not a requirement that you do this in order. You might get the answer to this first, and then you provide textual evidence on this side, or you might get textual evidence on this side, and then of course you can do it that way. And what I got was when his daughter was battling with the illness, he told her, "If you bring us all the way here, I'm missing a word. For nothing, I should beat some sense into you." Page 82. So again, you see how I find that quote, and then I tell you what it demonstrates. Then I want you to identify action that your character takes. The only course open to Okonkwo was to flee from the clan. It was a crime against the earth goddess to kill a clansman. What does this demonstrate? This quote demonstrates how Okonkwo's reckless action of misfiring a weapon causes a blow to his entire family through an abrupt means quick, move to his motherland. So this is just a sample exemplar of how you should do your character sketch. And you're going to do this for 2 characters in your reading. You're going to do this for Antigone. Of course, this is for play. Like, I don't want you to do this based on Megan Thee Stallion. I'm just using Megan Thee Stallion as, for me, as an image of how I characterize Antigone. It's how I think about her, so I can make the play come out real. I want to keep using these kind of hip-hop characters that I picked just to keep us thinking about who these people could be in a contemporary sense if we were to cast them in our own personal play in our head. However, I do not, and I'm going to say this again, I do not want to see information about Megan Thee Stallion. I want to see information about Antigone. Remember, Antigone is the niece of Creon, the new king. Your brother has been killed in the battle. The king has proclaimed that no one should bury him, and you refuse to follow Creon's decree and bury your brother. That's the quick sketch. This should look familiar because you saw this on Thursday. However, make sure you're doing this based on the reading. And you can get the reading from this link right here. I don't mind you using the video as support. However, I should be seeing textual evidence on the left side. So textual evidence coming from the text. You're going to do this again for Izamine. Again, this is another celebrity that I use. When I think of Izamine, I think of someone who's very innocent. So when I'm characterizing her, I think of the singer Elamai, right? Like Elamai, right? I think of her in my head because she, to me, characterizes someone who's innocent, girl next door, and I think about it, right? And also for me, when I characterize Antigone as Megan Thee Stallion, and I characterize Enzamine as Elamai, I'm able to see how these two characters could contrast each other, right? Even if you think about in hip hop culture, Elamai, she's very innocent. She's very girl next door. Where Megan Thee Stallion, she's more sexual. She's more direct in your face about what's going on with her. So if you think about who these characters could be contemporarily, right, it'll help you think about who they are as you're reading them and as they're unfolding. So there is a method to my madness. You're going to do the exact same thing for her. You're going to characterize her. Make sure you're using textual evidence on the side, and make sure you're telling me what it demonstrates. After you do that, you're good to go. I see that I copied a part of this assignment more than once, so I'm going to delete it. That's what's so fun and dope about doing these videos with y'all. I get to catch some of my mistakes before it goes public. So sometimes you don't get to see my oopsie. So let me delete that now for you. Awesome. So this assignment, once you complete it, you're good to go. Feel free to stop by my office hours and all that good jazz. And remember, y'all, keep it savage. Bye, y'all.